Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays 2 Point Museum, the new expansion, 2 Point Zooseum. So yeah, the latest and greatest expansion pack has come, and I got it a little bit early. Thank you very much, 2 Point Studios. So what is 2 Point Zooseum? Well, as the name implies, it is still the 2 Point Museum that we know and love, but with a more animal-focused twist. You are essentially setting up exhibits, but like a zoo, both with the terrariums, which came out in a free update that everyone got, but also full-fledged larger exhibits. But in 2 Point fashion, this is not dealing with actual real-world animals, but we're dealing with unique ones to the 2 Point County here. And per my normal play style is I tend to go into sandbox. The campaign obviously hooks you into this quite early on, so you don't have to be too far along. It'll give you some ropes, but in this case, I will be your teacher, your tutorial, as it were. Let's just tweak a few things here. We don't want to go super hardcore mode, just because mainly I'm mainly going for just exploring the content. This is not a challenge mode run of any sorts. This should be good. And this is the new map that they start you off with for Zooseum as well.
The county opens a new museum today, set in 2 Point's signature, hard-to-reach countryside. The Department of Culture insists that travel will not be an issue for the facility, but warns that an influx of guests may cause sudden drops in levels of serenity. Sounds about right? Okay,
so we've got ourselves a little starter museum here. Of course, the prefabricated walls and pre-placed objects have no home in my museum. I like to optimize. So let me clean things up here a bit and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have rearranged, I decided to keep this room. There are actually 5 exhibits here, not animal related, but they do give us a good starting point, a good place to get our income going. I rearranged the doors here. I added a security booth here. Also added a tour guide here. I figure 5 exhibits is a pretty good number to have in here. So let's get some people going. I think these are all normal, like general type things, so we could generally get somebody of any type. We do want to advertise for wildlife. We'll get 2 applicants here. But we do want to grab 1 person. We could get somebody. See, general. Yeah, these are all general. So generally, like, there is no such thing as a general type. Let's see if there's somebody who's, all right, analytical, greedy. Well, we could take the person who's got better perks, maybe train them in tours. Let's just make sure I can assign them. There we go. So cohesion it's great. It's not perfect. Obviously the buzz is not great because these are just average quality ones, but you know what? A 3-star tour, not too bad. We'll confirm that. Let's get down our, since we have some extra money to play around with here, we can start with a crammed school. Ooh, actually, I can sneak it in there. See, this annoys me because it doesn't always, like, it will sometimes, yeah, there we go. It'll sometimes place the thing as I want it. All right, let's get you in here. I know you're analytical, but we're going to make you a tour guide here. We will also get a security guard on foot. So yeah, we don't, narrow field of view. All All right, no security guards yet that fit the bill. All right, let's get ourselves our basics set up. And you know what? I think I'm going to fast forward here again, just because again this is standard issue museum stuff. I want to skip right to the animal stuff. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, I will take the Cheesy Gubbins plushies. We'll swap them in here. The Holistics diffuser, on the other hand, we can do better. All right, we've got a couple more staff we're hiring. Let's get our assistants going. Get the trainable ones anyway. Mac Junk. No, thank you. We don't need marketing just yet. And we'll get you on customer service. Although it does tell us to attract 25 guests through marketing, but we'll work on it. Part of me says we can go. So this is the new area, Far-Flung Island. Obviously, we need a wildlife expert to help us out here. We could go and take a. Yeah, I don't really want a greedy Gus here. We could throw in a prehistory one because this is mostly prehistory decorations. Let's just so that we can get our stuff cooking, and since prehistory is a pretty easy starter one, just to get a few things flowing in. We'll do remove that. Just while we wait for our animal people to go out, we get ourselves a prehistory thing. And also, this person can help maintain the general ones. Again, we're not going heavy into prehistory. All right, honeybee. Common, and that's fine. We're not going for like the super duper stuff. We're going for quantity, not quality here. I might need to hire another assistant. Let's just get them in there. All right, you will be our expert. Okay, he probably won't be able to include the prehistory one, although we'll see. No, probably not. I might actually just need to do the prehistory guy once he fetches a few exhibits. Oh yeah, let's see. Okay, we have our animal guys. Genius bird, family friendly and dry mouth, or decreases head. Well, I think we'll go with this one. Let's get you in here. Microzoology. Okay, so big creatures or small creatures or animal analysis. So we could have like a doctor here. But no, I think I'm going to go microzoology to get terrarium specialist. Then we'll get a macrozoologist. Ooh, assistant in gift shop. Well, they should be done training shortly. All right, helix fossil. What's your buzz? Your fossil wall mold. There we go. Like I said, just keep packing the room in. Actually, I don't want the big stuff. Because if we bring back a dinosaur skeleton, that's not gonna fit. I think we just keep going through here. And we do not want them injured. All right, we got our first tour going already. It's the nice thing about having all the generic exhibits. Be anyone. I might replace this guy if we find somebody who is more specialized in that. But for now, they'll do. Alright, disc fossil, good. Let's make sure your buzz bonus near a fossil decal. Can do. Oh, do I need 5 kudosh? Can do. Oops. You know, let's go for a detailed duration just to get a higher quality fossil. Because I have a feeling that's going to be our last one. Because at that point, we're going to throw this guy into training, get him on exhibit restoration, and then just set him loose in this room. Meanwhile, our animal guy should be done, and we still have Raphael junk here. You know what, Will? Let's get you in here. We'll get you in there. Train you up. Stepped in tar. Man, I don't want to have to treat you for mucky feet. Oh yeah, let's check our security guard situation. Family unfriendly. Yeah, no, we don't want that. Gluttonous, I can deal with. So the guy sitting in the room doesn't really need to have the surveillance or the aerodynamics. We could just give him happy thoughts. Sure, why not? Give him happy thoughts. He's going to be popping a squat for a while. Let him be happy. Okay, another salesperson. Probably too much staff for the amount of people we're bringing in. All right, star fossil. Let's find a good spot for this. Give me a second. Let's move you a smidge meter. Actually, yeah, you're a little bit better situated back here. Still in range of everything. And yeah, you got the buzz bonus, so I think we're good. As for you, Mr. Mucky Feet, we're gonna get rid of you. We'll hire somebody, the next prehistoric person that comes around. We'll make sure there's plenty of room as well. But now, let's go hunting for some aminals. We'll send you out, and we will remove the injury. Oh. Well, the biodiversity level is... Yeah, let's start with a safe. Not really liking the mudslide, but since our biodiversity is 0 anyway, I don't think it can go any lower if we get that bad outcome. We will probably need a janitor to clean up this guy's mud. Ooh, workshop. There we go. Off you go. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So speaking of mechanics, I'm glad we got one. Although we don't need it for this. What we do need is a workshop. Oh, I guess I haven't unlocked all those items yet. So they just vamoose. All right, so let's start with a small terrarium here, because we need that to house the little critters that we find. But our wildlife experts are the ones that actually manufacture those, not our handymen. That being said, having handymen around to manufacture stuff will be an important bit here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I forgot. Let's bump stuff up by 1. Just to give us a little bit more profits. Alright, first thing. We got a snake bite snake. So, couple of things to take note of. A couple of requirements. It needs to live in a terrarium. That's why we're building one. Has a heavy eater. It eats Amelia Morris. But it has the far-flung flu. A lot of animals will come in having that. And people don't really like seeing sick animals in display. So that brings us to a brand new room type here. The Wildlife Welfare Room, minimum 4x4. This, like the Analysis Room, is very much a, it's expensive, but it's simple to put together. Micro Animal Spa, eh? Let's get the animal desk down here. Get a couple of boxes here. But otherwise, I'm not going to go too crazy yet. You can go pretty crazy here. I will probably have a room build going here in due time. But now that we've built this, we can put the snakebite snake into here. And now that will require somebody from one of our animal experts to come treat this snake. But once it is treated, it will be ready to go, ready to display. All right, they're almost done building the terrarium, at which point they'll probably switch over here. In fact, let me go and get another animal with our other person. Yeah, no benefits at the moment to going for an extended one yet. They've got it set up a little bit differently than traditional ones. You also can't just mulch them into the analysis machine to gain knowledge on them for repeats. All right, people are starting to get a little bit more thirsty. Yeah, we could dabble in science if we wanted to, but let's remain focused. We also do need to get up a cafeteria. Also, let's get some name and game people going here. Cameron Salisbury. Here's our terrarium. We can place this down. So this is like its own standalone exhibit. So we're going to have like this nice little UE area up here. We'll get a large donation bin here, just because we're going to have a lot more. No knowledge to transfer because there's no animals in there yet, but we're working on them. All right, let's get some animal. Oh, I get it. Cute. Okay. Let's see what else we can get. We can get the acorn lamp. I like the decals. Basically anything that's cheap for Kudosh. The unflappibara. Ooh, hanging sign. Excellent. Where's our flags? There's our flags. Let's get the big flags. Or the banners, rather. That's better. Okay. So now that this is done, let's do our old faithful. Ooh, snake slide. Let's get some artificial exhibits going. All right, we got the mudslide, but again, unless it can go negative, I don't think that actually had any negative impact on us. All right, we've got our snake bite snake, and we can put them in the terrarium. Oh, right. They want it jungle biome. And what do you want? Oops. They want their name customized. Okay. Mr. Hissingworth. There we go. Customized name. And there's room for one more critter in there. Let's see what we have here. You're almost the cabin snail. No, and you're not sick. Protects themselves from being eaten. So I think they can coexist in with the snake. Let's just make sure the cabin snail has what they want. What is your deal? Hates sharing an enclosure with reptilia. Okay. You want your own enclosure. Well, okay. You're going to have to chill for a little bit. What's your deal? Refused ticket price. Gotcha. All right, maybe we drop the ticket price down a little bit. What do you need? Display a habitat with a... Oh, we have to get a full-size habitat. Habitat with... All right, so we actually need to build a habitat proper, like a bigger one, which is fine by me. I guess they want to make sure that we can house the animals. Now these tend to... All right, let's get our room the way we wanted it to. I'll fix... I know there's stuff that needs to go in there, but we'll fix that. Yeah, because I do want this to be the staff area. And we're going to get a meat food dispenser here. I will properly outfit this in a moment. There we go. That goes there. And I'm actually going to... doesn't let me close this off, which is fine. We can still move stuff back a little bit. No? Not far enough? All right, let's scoot you over. All right, let's replace our decorations here. That should get everybody back up on board. There we go. All right, and we want a jungle biome, but it also needs to be dense. So the stuff that you put in here is not just for decoration, but it actually determines, let's see here, jungle. See how that meter is going up to a more dense? So the more or fewer stuff that you put in here, the more it takes on in terms of the category. So now we have enough stuff in here to hit dense. That should allow us, yes, to open this place. To avoid injury, go there. Well, you're the macro one, so we'll give you the first aid kit to dodge the injury. All right, people need food. Let's get ourselves a cafeteria before we end our first episode here. I like to put the cafeteria a little further back, give people a chance to move about the exhibits here. Really? You were just fine in the blueprint. All right, good enough. As for our food options, because we are going for, let's get wildlife buzz. Extra money is going to be useful, and then jumping jelly entertainment for children, absolutely yes. Bump you up just a little bit. And let's get ourselves another helper. Oh, nice. And I will be naming more people for name and game patrons as we go along. And I'll stick with the experts. Genius bird. I was going to go for Cameron Salisbury. There we go. We'll get your salary up a little bit. Oh yeah, our janitor is building our snake slide here too. Oh yeah, everybody's hungry and thirsty. Yes, I do know you can put down vending machines. I don't do vending machines. The cafeteria is the superior method to feed people. And also your staff too. Let's get another. Alright, you are never going to go on an expedition, which is fine. You just give us customer service training. Oh yeah, you, not you. The security chair needs to back up a smidge. But we do need another security guard. Robust. Ooh. Alright, you'll be the walkie-arounder. Strolling surveillance. You'll also be the one that harvests up the cash. Yeah, see, kids are bored right now. That's why we have the jelly. I have been told that the bugs with the food buffs have been addressed, but I need to do some more in-depth research to confirm. Oh, there's no signage here. Well, there's no animals here yet either. But in anticipation of signage, let's put down some signage. Also, let's get some benches going. Crocodile benches? Sure. I like them along here because all the exhibits are going to be along down here. Oh, heh. We can combo that with the crocodile decorations. All right, now let's get that. Get the tail down here. And then the head. So now it's like a really, really long crocodile. Because I saw some people were doing the I am really tired walk. And the snake slide's almost done. Ooh, hey! You know what, Mandy Fenton? You're a perfect tour guide here. Dana, you're changing professions here, Dana. We can have a nice, really long tour here. All right, cohesion's just okay, but that's fine. Good enough. Let's get rid of the fake Dana Black. And then we can get one more and rapid restoration for you. Regular bookcase rather. Yeah, well, generic because we have generic. This one needs to go to a prehistory bookcase. Prehistory posters, marine life posters, wildlife posters is fine. Yeah, we just want to make sure we have prehistory and wildlife represented properly. All right, let's go check out our crate. Ooh, a carnivulture. And yeah, it wanted the dense jungle habitat, has the flu. Natural comedian. All right. So we will place the exhibit, but we will place it in our cute. All right, we've got our snake slide here. This will get more buzz going for it. Actually, it has all the buzz it needs. We can queue up. Let's get another terrarium. All right, folks. So in our next episode, got our new, the Mulberry Festival sign, the best sponsorship item in the game. The absolute best sponsorship item in the game. Because it acts like an exhibit. Yeah, that plus the cheesy gubbins are my favorite two of the sponsorships, just for pure income. So in our next episode, we will see what we can do with our large animals, get some more terrariums going, and really ramp up our animal acquisitions. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya!